Hi everyone, today we are doing class 4, which is the lats, latissimus dorsi, which goes all the way down the side of the body here, both sides obviously. The antagonist muscle, so the muscle we will be strengthening to open up the lats, are the deltoids and your upper traps, mid traps and lower traps. So we're going to get them all active so that we can open up into the lats today. So go and grab your mat, your pillow, your band, and you're going to need the wall, so set up close by. Go get your things and I'll see you now. We will start with our pre-assessment. So come against the wall and just make sure that you're about a foot length away from the wall. So put your foot up against the wall and then place it back down. Place the hands onto the wall and then drop your chest down towards the floor. Keep pulling your ribs in and pulling belly button to spine. So make sure that your belly button is pulling in as much as possible, so that you may feel a little bit of a round of your lower back, but then the stretch coming through your lats. So make sure you know how you feel in this position, and then you can retest it afterwards. You can do one at a time, so you can do right arm. You put your left hand on your right elbow, or you can do left arm when you put your right hand on your left elbow. And then just make sure you can see the differences from side to side too. And then come up into a standing position. Lie down on your back. You can have the pillow underneath your head if your neck hurts, if you do any core work, just so that it's just elevated slightly, or take the pillow away completely. But we're going to activate into the core now, so pull the ribs down towards the hips, pull belly button to spine, but don't round your lower back. I don't want you to push your lower back by rounding it. I want it neutral and then feel like a brick has just been dropped on your belly. And then pull your ribs down towards your hips. And take the hands behind the head, just lightly touching the fingertips. Lift the chest up off of the floor, keep pulling the ribs down towards the hips and bring it down. So if you're fine without the pillow, take it away and keep going. Lift and lower. Don't round your upper back, no rounding, just activating through your anterior core or your upper core. 5 more, slowly and controlled. Don't letting go of the contraction, so lift and lower without letting go. 2 more, last one. If you want to take it a bit further, take the legs up into tabletop position and do the same movement. If it's too difficult, keep the legs down and keep moving the chest up and down. Always activating into our ribs so that we can dissociate our movement. And that means that you can move one limb without moving your core or getting range through your core. 3 more here. 2, 1. Take the legs up straight. If you still can't do it, just keep your legs on the floor. Take a break when you need. Keep lifting. This is an essential part of the class. 5 more. We want to get the burn here so that we can feel when our ribs are flaring. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees into the chest. Hug them in. And now we're going to go a step further. So instead of having our hands behind our head, we're going to take our hands behind us completely. So you can place the pillow behind you so that your hands are on the pillow, or you can take the pillow away and just have the hands on the floor, depending on how your ribs are. So place your right hand on your rib cage and see if your thumb can touch the floor. If it can't, without it lifting or your low back coming off, then I suggest you have the pillow underneath your hand. So try both sides, see how you feel. So left hand on the rib cage, see where the right hand can go, and then if it can't go all the way, take the pillow underneath. Right, so we're going to have our legs down and our arms up overhead and lift the chest. Keep activating through the core. Make sure you're not rounding your back and keep your chin tucked into your chest. If your neck gets tired, put the pillow underneath the neck. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down. Bring the legs up into a tabletop position. Keep the arms up overhead and raise up and down. Try keep your hands in the same position so that they're not lifting up too much. Feel the burn in the upper core. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now last one, legs straight. So if you can't do it, make sure you're just doing the option before. And lift. Keep the core active. 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in, drop the head back. And now we're going to turn over onto our stomachs. So you can place the pillow underneath your stomach this time. And have the band close by. So on your stomach, have the band nice and long, so a long towel if you need. And then your head, your forehead is going to be on the mat, and you're going to round and squeeze the glutes. So forehead on the mat. In this position, you can either use the band or without the band and just lift the arms. But we want to start activating into our deltoids and traps, so let's go. Lift up and down. Go as high as you can, but make sure that you're focusing on keeping your core active and your ribs down towards your hips. Head does not lift off of the floor. Keep tucking in your tailbone and squeezing your glutes here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Keep the elbows straight. Tuck in your tailbone. Keep your core active. Keep reaching your shoulders up into your ears. This is a very important cue. So if you don't understand, make sure that you're getting your shoulders to touch your earlobes. Slowly bring the band down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck the back toes. And then come into a downward facing dog. So, in a downward dog, you can bend the knees, back straight, and then push your chest through, but keep pulling your ribs down. I don't want the rib flare and then having your shoulders down. We're pushing shoulders up into the ears and then tilting the tailbone up towards the sky. And then come back down, stomach onto the pillow. Hands onto the band, tuck in your tailbone, squeeze the glutes, and lift the band up. As high as you can go, even further this time. Tuck in the tailbone, squeeze glutes. 5 more. Ribs, keep them down. 4, that's why the pillow's there to remind you. 3 more. 2, 1, hold it up. Keep pushing the band away from you. So if you imagine it that you're pulling the band, that you want to rip it in half. Keep tucking in the tailbone, squeeze the glutes, hold it here. It's going to shake. And then slowly lower the band, hands underneath the shoulders, lift into your downward facing dog. So bent knees, back straight. Remember we're focusing today on the lats, to open up the lats, so you don't have to straighten the legs in your downward dog. Keep your core active, keep pushing the chest down towards the floor, tilt tailbone up towards the sky, belly button to spine, shoulders up into the ears. If you feel like they're up, they can go further, believe me. Reach them up, get them to touch. Keep pushing your hands into the floor, reaching away from the floor. Feel the side bodies open up, and then come back down onto your stomach. Hands onto the band, head down, and lift. It's getting easier this time, so reach up higher. Last 2, last one, hold. Pull the band apart, get active through the whole arm. Keep trying to get a little bit further, squeeze into your upper traps. Lift, 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 lift. Keep active, keep your tailbone tucked in, core engaged. Slowly bring the band down, hands underneath the shoulders. Come up into your downward facing dog. Tilt the tailbone up towards the sky. Push the shoulders up into the ears. Hands are nice and firmly on the mat, fingers spaced out evenly and equal weight bearing through each finger. So if you just place a little bit more pressure into the baby finger in the 4th, 3rd index and thumb, and then try and lift the palm off of the mat. Reach shoulders up towards the ears and keep your core engaged. Slowly come down. Now we are going to have it a little bit different. So your head is going to be down on the floor, elbows bent, band in the hand, and thumbs facing outwards. So head, forehead down. And we're going to try and lift the elbows off of the floor. It might be difficult, but even if you can't lift, just try. Get that brain to muscle connection. Keep pulling the band away from each other. Keep lifting. 5 more. 4. Keep the head down. 3. Core engaged, tailbone tucked in. 2, 1, lift, hold. Pull the band apart, and then slowly lower the elbows back down onto the ground, and now come into a dolphin pose. So it's like a downward dog, but slightly different. So you're on your elbows, and you walk your feet in, and then you try and push your chest all the way through. So keep trying to do that, and try and reach your shoulders up towards your ears. Keep it up. Keep pushing the elbows into the floor. Keep the hands flat on the floor, and keep active here. Then slowly come down, stomach back onto the pillow, bent elbows, and hands, thumbs facing out. Head on the mat, and lift the elbows. Even if you can't lift, just get that activation to try and lift. Keep going. Keep your core active. Don't let it go. 3 more. 2. Even if it's not lifting, it's okay. And last one. Hold it up if you can. Keep pulling the band apart, even if it's too difficult. Slowly lower. Hands or elbows onto the floor, underneath the shoulders, and lift into your dolphin pose. Keep pushing the shoulders up towards the ears, elbows into the floor, ribs towards the hips. So the ribs are going in opposite direction to the shoulders. Shoulders are reaching away from the ribs, ribs are reaching away from the shoulders. And then slowly come down. Last set of these. Stomach on the pillow, tuck in the tailbone, elbows bent, hands on the band, head on the ground, ready, and lift. Keep going. Keep your core engaged. Three more. 2, 1. Hold and lift if you can. Lift them off the floor. Keep pulling into the band and then slowly lower. Come back into your dolphin pose. Elbows on the floor. Reach the chest back. Head in between the hands. You can bend the knees. Keep the ribs pulling down towards the hips. Shoulders up into the ears. And then come down onto your knees. Now, we're coming back. So you're on your knees. The band is going to be in front of you. And you're going to have your head on your pillow if it's too difficult to have your head on the ground. With your head on the pillow, you're going to push your head down and lift the shoulders up. But if you don't need the pillow, you can just place the head down on forehead on the floor and lift up. Ready. So bum down and forehead on the floor. Go. Keep your chin tucked in. Keep pulling the band away from each other. Keep activating into your upper traps. Feel them really active today. Back of the hand reaching up to the sky. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Hold it up as high as you can. Keep your core active. Tuck in your tailbone. And then slowly lower the band down. And you can have the pillow underneath your chest and come into either a child's pose or a half puppy pose. So you're either here or you can have the pillow away. Come into a puppy pose, chest to the floor. And then come back. So either placing the pillow underneath the head or not having it there and just having the forehead on the ground. Band now a little bit closer. So we're going to start reaching a bit closer. Hands closer together, forehead on the ground. Tuck in the tailbone, keep your core active and raise up. If your core is active, there won't be too much pressure on your head. Keep going. Five more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift as high as you can. Keep pulling the band away from each other. Keep reaching shoulders up towards the ears. Slowly bring the band down. Come into either your child's pose with the pillow underneath the chest or into a puppy pose. Keep pulling the ribs down towards the hips, even in these passive stretches that we do in between. Slowly come back up. Last set. Now try and get your hands as close as possible together. Band in the hands, hands as close as you can, not touching, but about shoulder width apart. Head on the floor and reach it up. See how far you can go. Some people can go further in this range than the others. Keep going, lifting and lowering, controlling the movement. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Reach shoulders up towards the ears as much as you can, and keep reaching the fingertips up to the sky, and slowly lower it down. Come into your puppy pose. And now, coming into your bird dog position. So if your knees are sore, place a pillow underneath your knees. And we're going to raise the right arm up past your ear. Keep your core active in this position. Reach it up as high as you can, and then place it down. Left hand, reach it past your earlobes, past your head, and down. Right, reach it and down. Left, reach and down. Keep going. Right, getting the good muscle activation here. Left, right, and left. Last one, each side. Right and left. Good. Now bring the bum down towards the heels, head down to the ground, raise right arm and left. Alternate between the two. Keep the elbow straight, thumb up towards the sky. Reach the shoulders up into the ears. The more you reach the shoulders up, the higher the arm can go. 2 more. Last one. Back into all fours. Right arm up. Reach it past the ear. Left. Right. Left. Keep going. Core engaged. Right and left. 3 more each side. 2 more. Last one. Head onto the ground and switch from side to side. Even if you can't lift the hand off of the floor, the brain to muscle connection is going to work eventually. Keep going. 2 more each side. Last one. And come into a downward facing dog. Push your chest through and then bring the elbows to the floor and lift them back up. Bring the elbows to the floor, lift back up. Try and get that range of motion, that stretch. Lift them back up. 2 more. Elbows to the floor, lift and push the chest through. Last one, elbows to the floor, push the chest all the way through. Good. Now, we're going to come back to the wall. So again, place the foot about a leg distance away from the wall. Place the foot back down, hands onto the wall. Now we're going to start through the left side. So I want you to take your hand, your right hand, around your left deltoid, so this meaty part of your shoulder joint, and then push your shoulder down, but also lean into the left side to open up through the lats here. Push down and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Shoulder up into the ears. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the right shoulder onto the wall. Keep your body where it is and raise the left hand off of the wall. Thumb up to the sky, reaching up, even if there's little movement or little to none. Keep your ribs engaged, core controlled. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the left hand around the right deltoid, the meaty part of the shoulder joint, and push the chest down. And pulse it here for 10, 9, 8, ribs to the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand to the wall, right hand up, reaching. Don't twist the body, keep the core engaged. And lifting the thumb off of the wall. Elbows straight as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the hands down. Right hand to the left deltoid. Push it down as much as you can. Go a little bit deeper this time, so even push your chest towards the floor. Lean to the left and then pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the right hand to the wall, lift the left, thumb to the sky. It will feel a lot smoother this time, so keep going, keep your core active, don't rotate the body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand to the right deltoid. Push the chest down, lean to the right. Really get a deeper stretch through the lat here. You might feel it in your shoulder joint if you have a really, really tight shoulder. Keep going. Push it down, lean to the right a little bit. Keep your core engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the left hand to the wall. Raise the right arm. Keep your core engaged. Elbows straight, thumb up to the sky. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place both hands onto the wall and drop the chest down nice and low. Keep your ribs pulling down towards the hips. And then reach your shoulders up towards the ears. So I don't want your shoulders back and down, up into the ears. And then see how much more of a stretch you can get through the lats here. Keep pushing the chest down, reaching shoulders up towards the ears. 5 more. Keep moving up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up, shake the arms out. And this time we're going to have the elbow against the wall. So elbow onto the wall. We're going to come a little bit closer, about 1 step closer to the wall. And then you're going to take your right hand to the deltoid, left deltoid. You can hang it from the inside this time instead of going from the out, and then just push it down here. Keep mobilizing here. 5 more pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right elbow to the wall. And then see if you can slide that left arm up and down. Slide it up and down. Keep your chest low. Slide it up and down. 3 more. Up and down. 2 more. Slide up and down. Last one. Slide it up and down. Now, right side, hand onto the inside this time, pushing the joint down towards the floor, pulsing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand to the wall and raise the right arm up. Slide it up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both elbows onto the floor. Reach the feet a little bit further back and then drop the chest down even further. Slowly push up away from the wall and then come onto your mat, so you can bring the mat a little bit closer and back against the wall. So starting with the back against the wall, reach both thumbs back to touch the wall. If this is too easy for you, you feel like your ribs are pulling down, then you can move a little bit further away from the wall. Cross-legged position if you want, or kneeling if you feel more comfortable. And then try and touch the wall when you have moved away from the wall. And then bring the hands all the way down in front of you, and then take them all the way back. Reach back, pull your ribs down towards your hips so that the movement is coming from the shoulder and not from the arch in your lower back. And then bring it down and lift it up. Reach back, thumbs to touch. Down and back. Down and back. 3 more. Reach back. 2 more. Reach back. Last one. Reach shoulders up towards the ears. Reach back. And then slowly lower the arms. Shake the shoulders out. Now one shoulder at a time. So try and move a little bit further away this time, just so that it's like a little bit impossible to get to the wall. Then you're going to put your your left hand on your right rib cage and reach back as far as you can. If you touch, that's great. And again, pull ribs down and reach it back. Reach the shoulder up towards the ear, pull ribs down and back. 3 more. Reach. 2 more. Reach. Last one. And reach. Now, other hand. So, right hand down, reach the left hand all the way back. Use it from the shoulder joint, pull ribs towards the hips, and reach. Reach the fingers to touch. 3 more. Reach. 2 more. Reach. Last one. Reach. To touch. And then turn her back around towards the wall on your knees. Reach the hands up towards the top of the wall and try get your chest towards the wall, looking up. Keep pulsing here. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now try hold it here or lift a little bit higher. Then raise the right arm up and then the left. And alternate between the sides. Keep your core engaged. Ribs towards the hips. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the chest down low. Look up towards the hands. and then slowly lower. Shake the hands out, and we're going to come into our post-assessment. So place the foot against the wall, a leg length away, and then place it down. Take the hands forward and drop the chest, and see where you can go today. Can you drop a little bit lower than before? Are your elbows more straight, or your shoulders up into your ears? And then we're going to go each side. So left side, right hand onto the out. You can place it onto the elbow and drop down. See how much freedom you have in the movement. And then switch to the other side. And then come back down. Now remember, when you are trying to stretch a certain muscle and it's not working, try and strengthen the opposite muscle, and then it will stay for a lot longer. So now, just come to your cool down. You're going to just take your head down onto the pillow. Take the hands behind the head, just relax them there, and then bring the knees up into the chest, and then hug them in. Then move the knees all the way to the one side, dropping them down and keeping your body on the floor here, elbows bent. So try keep the knees glued together, and then bring the elbow to touch the opposite one and open it up. Move forward and back, or side to side. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, bringing the knees in, hug the knees in, and then slowly let them drop to the other side. Knees glued, shoulders on the floor, and elbows to touch, and reach back. Keep going, 2 more. Last one. Hold it there. Bring the knees back into the chest and hug them in. And then come up into a seated position. Well done for completing the class, and I will see you at the next one.